Aloha, this is David Buck with Harcourts Island Real Estate, and I just spent the past 5 days out and about on Oahu talking about the 71 things us as realtors do when working with buyers. I had to edit this video a little bit because I started off talking about the 99 things that realtors do. Well, it turns out there's a lot more. This all started with a Realtor magazine that I was reading here. And you know, as some realtors do, they don't always read, and I just kind of skipped to the end and it said there's 99 things that realtors do in helping their clients. Well, it turns out the first 71 of those were working with buyers, and then the list starts all over again at number 1 through 99 and working with sellers. So in today's video, we're just gonna cover the 71 items that realtors do when working with buyers here on Oahu, and then we're gonna put together later a completely different video on working with sellers. Now keep in mind, this is from the National Association of Realtors. This is just a general thing we do. What we do here in Hawaii is significantly more than just the basic standards. So keep that in mind when we're going over these 71 items. This is kind of just scratching the surface in a sense. But first off, yeah, we're gonna break these out into 5 days. And then the first category we're going to talk about when working with buyers is building a relationship. Stay tuned. And as we start this journey, we're going to run a fun little game to see if you'll recognize the neighborhoods that we're shooting in. So if you happen to recognize a neighborhood or a condo complex or what have you, just feel free to comment that item number and the location in the comments below. Enjoy. Item number 1 is we as realtors inform the buyer of working relationship options based on state law, the Realtor Code of Ethics, MLS requirements, and the broker business policies. Item number 2, we learn the buyer's wants and non-negotiable needs. Item number 3 is we understand the buyer's budget and financial concerns. Item number 4 is provide quality lender resources. Number 5, match buyer's needs with available property. Item number 6, explain how compensation is paid, who pays for it, and what the buyer's options are. Item number 7, explain federal and state fair housing laws. Number 8, after ensuring the buyer what is done for them, how it is done, and how it benefits them, we then obtain the buyer's signature on the buyer's representation agreement. Number 9, we explain what to look for in applicable property disclosures. Number 10, we reassure the buyer that their personal information will remain confidential. Number 11, inform the buyer that you will always disclose all known material facts. Number 12, in accordance with state law, provide information to check the sex registry and crime statistics in the neighborhood. All right, well, that wrapped up items 1 through 12 today of what realtors do for their clients. And you may have noticed some of the cool footage in the backdrop today. If you recognize those neighborhoods, feel free to drop them in the comments below. But we're gonna call it a wrap today because just like buying a home doesn't happen in one day, we're gonna break this up over several days to cover these 99 items that realtors do for their clients. So today was just 1 through 12, and tomorrow we'll dive in starting at item number 13. Mahalo. Today we're going to cover our next segment, which is preparing the buyer. Number 13, explain the timeline for house hunting, mortgage approval, and closing. Number 14, explain the local market and how it impacts the buyer. Number 15, show statistics of what percentage of list price sellers in the area are currently receiving. Number 16, inform buyers of what home features are popular. Number 17, identify current average days on market. Number 18, share the dangers of using price per square foot to determine home value. Number 19, explain the process of absorption rate and how it impacts the buying process. Number 20, indicate current listing months of market inventory. 21, share the potential out-of-pocket costs to complete the transaction. 22, verify the buyer's ability to purchase by ensuring they're qualified. Number 23, help buyer account for the complete cost of home ownership. Number 24, prepare the lender for listing agent calls. 25, help buyers select for viewing only homes that fit their needs. Number 26, review sample sales contract so buyer is prepared when it comes time to make an offer. Today we wrapped up the section on preparing the buyer. Those were items 13 through 26 on what realtors do to help their clients. Tomorrow we're going to start with item number 27 in showing properties. Now, what you probably saw today were some areas, if you're familiar with Oahu, some neighborhoods that you may have recognized. Just kind of gives you a feel of what we as realtors do on a daily basis. We can be traveling all around the island, so if you recognize any of those locations that you saw today, feel free to drop the item number along with the location in the comment section below, and stay tuned. We'll be jumping into item number 27 tomorrow. Mahalo. Okay, here we are on day 3 of what realtors do for their clients, and we're going to be starting off with a segment called Showing Properties with number 27. Number 27, schedule showings and provide access to all MLS listed properties. Number 28, collaborate with buyer on properties they may have learned about through their sphere of contacts. Number 29, preview properties prior to showing if needed. Number 30, network with other agents to source other properties not yet in MLS. Number 31, set up automated email alert system through MLS that notifies buyer of potential properties. 32, arrange tour of targeted market areas. 33, provide resources containing neighborhood information on municipal services, schools, and other local services. 34, check applicable zoning and building restrictions. 35, help buyer decipher public property and tax information. 36, collect and share pertinent data on values, taxes, utility costs, and other carrying costs. Number 37, help buyer identify top choices. Well, that's a wrap on day 3 on working with buyers, where we covered items 27 through 37 on showing properties. And as we wrap up the day, Realtors Day is never over. I got on the road early this morning and just got back to the office, covered a lot of the island, and the sun is set behind me here. So tomorrow we're gonna dive into item number 38 and negotiating offers. Okay, here we are on day 4, negotiating offers. We're gonna start with number 38, where we prepare buyer to have the most attractive offer in the marketplace. 39, prepare a comparative market analysis in advance of making an offer. Number 40, explain common contract contingencies and include approved protective clauses in the purchase offer. Number 41, ensure buyer receives and understands all state and federally required disclosure forms. 42, prioritize contract negotiation goals with the buyer. 43, prepare the buyer for a multiple offer situation. 44, write an offer that has a reasonable chance of being accepted. Number 45, when approved by a buyer, use strategies such as an escalation clause to maintain a competitive offer. 46, recommend optional contingencies and explain the pros and cons of using them. 47, negotiate buyer's offers to arrive at the best price and terms. All right, now that was a wrap on day 4 of working with buyers in the subsection of negotiating offers. We covered items 38 through 47, so it really just goes to show scratching the surface of what we do as realtors and helping our clients. So hang in there. Tomorrow we're gonna jump into item number 48 as we progress through this list. Aloha, we're now on day 5 on working with buyers, and this final segment is gonna be called facilitating close. But rather than being cooped up here in the office, let's head out back on the road to get some beautiful scenery. And so much has changed in our industry over the last several years with COVID. Is more and more we're seeing closing happen with mobile notaries versus being in a real estate office or a title company. Number 48, provide options for a home inspector, appraiser, title company, and mortgage lender. Number 49, review and discuss home inspection concerns and negotiate repair requests. Number 50, guide buyer in meeting all contract deadlines. 51, advise buyer to review the settlement statement. Number 52, advise buyer of the need to transfer utilities to the new residence. 53, schedule final walkthrough and accompany buyer. 54, ensure appraisal has been ordered and notify buyer of date. 55, assist buyer in reviewing appraisal report. 56, confirm clear to close with lender. 57, ensure all parties have all forms and information needed to close the sale. 58, confirm the closing date and time. 59, explain flood and title insurance to the buyer. 60, order any surveys if needed. 61, order title search. 62, confirm status of loan funding. 63, check addendums and alterations for agreed terms. 64, review buyer's closing statement to review accuracy. 65, explain wire fraud risks and remind clients to verify wiring instructions before transferring funds. 66, double check property tax, homeowner association dues, utility, and applicable prorations if relevant. 67, request final closing figures from closing agent. 68, receive and carefully review title insurance commitment with the buyer. 69, advise buyer on rekeying locks or installing smart locks. 70, review closing documents with closing agent, or if you're outside of Hawaii, with an attorney. Okay, we're now back at the office, and that final item is going to be number 71, support buyer in final closing activities. Now, wasn't that nice to get outside and outdoors a bit? As we talked about, all 5 days here was kind of a fun little guessing game to see what neighborhood we're in today. Spoiler alert, it's near our office here. But yeah, it was good to get outside, and that's a recap of the 71 things that realtors do to help their clients in working with buyers. Now, however, this is just a national list. As far as what we do here in Hawaii, that list compounds. We could probably double or triple the length of it. There's so much that we didn't cover today. Some teasers would be fee simple versus leasehold, buying on Hawaiian homelands, what areas are zoned for legal vacation rentals, etc. That list goes on and on. School districts. So if you're looking for a local expert here on Oahu, feel free to reach out and give us a shout. Mahalo.